45 days.
Hello everybody, my name is Kate Olaf and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you how I currently manage to live on $515.03 per month. Excuse me for doing this while I eat, but I'm in crunch time today, trying to get some content done and work. That's some good stuff. Not sponsored by Zevia, by the way. So, how do I manage to live on $515 per month while living on my own? Well, I have a list here of all my expenses. So let's go through that, shall we? So, for my car insurance and phone bill, I pay $118.24 per month. My Tucson Association fees for real estate is $46.54 per month. Those fees are mandatory for me as a licensed real estate agent to keep my license actually active, I think, with the Association of Tucson. So that gives me access to the MLS, which pretty much makes you an agent. Then I have my Supra e-key. This is basically just an electronic key app on your phone that gives me access to open houses and go show houses. So that's $22.06 per month. Then I have my Adobe Premiere Pro program. This is an editing software. That's $22.70 per month. Then I have my dental. Cheese. I have my dental, which I put aside $15.72 per month. That's for just like teeth cleanings and basic checkups. So basic car maintenance, $40 per month that I set aside on my own. And then I calculated in the month of October how much gas I actually spend. And if you checked out one of my previous videos, I go into why I just sold my car, and I'm saving a lot of money on gas. So I am so proud to say that in the month of October, I spent a total of $149.70 in gas. I'm saving a lot. I think I spent like $400 in using my other car. So I'm so excited about that. And then finally in October, I spent a total of $100 even on groceries. As you can see, per my lunch, I don't eat a lot. And it's kind of bad, honestly, because I don't like to spend money. So I literally just probably eat a sandwich and granola bars every day. Now, by all means, if you're watching this, you don't have to be that extreme. I just choose to do so because I really don't like to spend the money. But I am losing weight at an unhealthy rate. So it's probably not good. I am considering upping that budget because, yeah, it's just not good. Honestly, and it's not even that, I don't really like to cook a whole lot because then you gotta clean, and it's just so much work. So I stay away from it. Now, what I want to highlight is that these budgets I set aside, for instance, my car, my Tucson Association, realtor fees, like all of these budgets that I'm saying I'm putting money aside, they're actually kind of imaginary. And so when I first started budgeting, one of the things I thought was that when you set money aside for a budget, you actually have like different bank accounts that you put this money into. But that's really not the case. It's actually just numbers on a spreadsheet, whereas in my bank account holds all that money. And then for me, as a visual, I just use a spreadsheet to calculate, okay, I have this much in my car budget, I have this much in my dental budget, but in reality, it's all the same money sitting in my one bank account. So just take note of that if you start budgeting. You don't have all these little separate accounts and budgets and things. That was one of the things that I was confused about when I first started. I want to kind of explain my reasoning and my thinking behind why I don't spend a lot of money. I look at my life as a business, and when you operate a business, you have operating expenses. So these are expenses that come out of your business budget in order to do business. So I look at my life almost as a business. For instance, I have operating expenses, and those look like my rent, a car payment, student loans, food, groceries, gas. Those are all operating expenses that I consider when I look at my life. And so one of the ways that I crack down on these expenses is by just asking the question, how can I drop these expenses? So for instance, if you've seen one of my previous videos, goodness, I actually just bought my first triplex, and so my biggest expense, which would be my rent, is no longer. So I actually live for free because I offset my mortgage payment that I have to pay with the rental income I get by renting out my other 2 units. So that takes what would be my biggest expense, my biggest operating expense in my life, which would be your rent or your mortgage payment, and it brings it down to a fat donut. And I'm super excited about that. Then my next biggest expense would probably be my car payment. And so the way I get rid of that all the way is just by buying a used car. And so by buying it cash, I don't have to get a loan out on it, I don't have to pay interest, and I own it outright. So that's how I take my my car payment and I take it to 0 just by buying my car cash and owning it outright. I take all of my operating expenses in my life and I ask the question, how can I minimize those things? And I'm proud to say that after everything's pretty minimized, I'm only paying about $515 a month just in order to live. So that's everything paid for, all my bills are paid, I have food in my tummy, a little bit. So if saving money and investing your money and making more money is something that interests you, make sure to subscribe to my channel so you can learn how to live off just 1 sandwich a week. And as always, I'm Kate Olaf. I'm gonna finish my lunch now, but I will see you in the next one.